Using the adaptive cruise control system inside of Infiniti vehicles is a very straightforward process. There actually even is technically two different types of cruise, so there's either the adaptive cruise or your traditional cruise instead. But in order to turn it on, there is a series of buttons along the side, so we're utilizing it using these buttons, and then there's one just down by your left knee, so the little steering wheel there, and that's going to be for your steering assist. So steering assist, once you've got cruise control enabled, steering assist essentially keeps you balanced in your lane as long as it recognizes the lane markings. Not full self-driving, you still do have to keep your hands on the steering wheel, but it's nice because if you lose focus for a second, it's going to keep you nice and balanced in your lane. So in order to toggle the system on, you push the button there, and we know that it's the adaptive cruise because all of these notifications. Along the very top, it also shows you a little car with circles around it. And then you can see there that there's a line right above the top of the car. And that's going to be for the distance indicator. So it's how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you. I find just being on level 1 works best on residential streets. And then 2 is, for me, best on the highway. But that one's going to be a matter of personal preference. But you can see it show up a few different places. You've also got the flexibility of using regular cruise. So in order to turn that on with the cruise off, you just do a press and hold. And you can see there, it's gotten rid of that safety setting, and it's also given us a little icon view along the very bottom there as well. So that lets us know that we're using regular cruise control instead, I should say. And then whether it's adaptive or regular cruise, in order to actually be able to use it, once you start driving, you push down in order to set your speed. You then increase or decrease 1 kilometer or 1 mile per hour at a time. You can cancel your speed that way. You can hit the brake to cancel your speed. And then you can also push up in order to resume your previously set speed instead. Now, the vehicle does have stop and go. So once you come down to a complete stop, if you're just on regular streets, after 3 seconds, you have to push up to resume your set speed. If you're on the highway though, and you come to a complete stop with the adaptive cruise control system, it bumps it up to 30 seconds. So you stop for up to 30 seconds. If it's before that, it'll pick you right back up to your previously set speed automatically. But you can also push up to resume, start driving, and push up to resume your previously set speed instead. But let's go through, and I'm going to show you the process of actually using the adaptive cruise control system in person. And here we go. Should get a little bit of traffic here, which is nice. So I'm actually going to I guess the system's already technically turned on right now. You're going to know it's actively engaged when the system goes green instead. So I'll show you that one, what it looks like as we go. Perfect. Nice heavy amount of traffic here, which is always useful when demonstrating this system because I absolutely want to show you the stop and go functionality. And here we go. Okay, so we're driving here and we're on a 50 road. So I'm just going to push and go up. I've currently got the speed set to 50 kilometers an hour there. And the cars in front of me are, well, some of them are coming down to a complete stop. So you'll see there, it's going to start slowing me down rapidly. There we go. And you heard that chime. And you can see there are green lines all over the place now. So it's recognized the lane markings, which means it's going to keep me perfectly balanced in the lane. Technically, you have to keep your hands on the steering wheel. But, I mean, at the same time, if you lose focus for a second, ooh. Of course, you always get the odd donkey. That's why these systems are useful, to make sure you're paying attention and keep your hands on the wheel. So even if you've got the adaptive cruise control system going, you never know when somebody's just going to cut you off when they shouldn't be. So always useful to pay attention there. But as you can see, the car's slowing me down. Like, I'm not using the gas or brake. The vehicle's doing it all by itself. But I mean, you see there, I've got the speed currently set at 50 kilometers an hour, but I'm only going 28. And that's just based off of our current road conditions. So it's really neat when we, hold on, you'll see here, come down to a complete stop, and you're going to hear a little chime in a second. There we go. So follow vehicle head, that message popped up. And the reason why is because I'm now stopped. So because I'm just on a regular residential street, after 3 seconds, it's going to let me know that I've got to push resume in order to resume my previously set speed. If I was on the highway, that wouldn't come on for about 30 seconds or so. So very useful for stop and go traffic. All right, and traffic is going to start moving again. So in order to go to my previously set speed, I'm just going to hit resume there. And it should take a second, and this person's going, and pushed up, and the car is going. So it's very straightforward using this system. I love all of the different systems there, and as I mentioned, so some of them are going to go green as you start driving, and that's how you know they're active. So we've got a little blue icon there to let us know that the adaptive cruise control system is actively engaged. The green line there lets us know how close or far we are away from the vehicle in front of us. You've got your currently set speed as well, and then in order to resume, you could push up. You can cancel in order to temporarily cancel cruise control. You can hit the brake as well, and then just push up in order to resume. So very straightforward, but that's how you use the adaptive cruise control system inside of Infiniti vehicles.